Hey guys, how's it going? Back out here again. I've been working a little bit on the wing, obviously. Today I'm gonna do the Flaperon reinforcements on the 1 through 9 ribs, odds only. I've also done a little bit to prep the pitot mast and the mounting point. So this is what I have so far. It's just the mount and the mast. I figured this would be a lot easier to do outside of the plane. So once I'm done with the Flaperon reinforcements, I'll go through and I'll glue this in. These require drilling into the wing, and there's some dremeling that I have to do. So I figured I'd wait for this until after these, just because of all the vibration and movement. Doesn't really help glue setup. So I'll get all this ready, then come through, glue it all, and be done for the day. Yeah, so pitot tube, reinforcements. Next week I'm hoping to get the flaps hung, the flaperons hung, and then I'm ready to cover. There will be some sanding and some prep work, but not a whole lot, just a little bit. But yeah, so I've got these two steps, hang the flaps, and I'm ready to cover this wing, which lines up really well with the having this covered by the end of the month, because that should give me roughly 2 weeks to cover it. And if I go over, that's okay. I'm not rushing to get it done. It's just a little goal, you know what I mean, to help me get out here and work on it. I want to have X done by here. And then, it'd be really nice if I could have the other wing done by the first of the year. Probably won't quite happen that fast, but maybe by the end of January, that's definitely doable. And then I think I'm going to do both tips at that point, or I might work on one in between, just putting the lights in. There's a lot of work with that. I've already drilled 3 and 5, so I'm going to bring you guys along for 7 and 9. One was done with the number 1 rib, obviously. Something to think about when you're working on these is the bead of glue from the cap strip is sometimes thicker where you put these, so they may require some dremeling to get some of that glue out of there, to slide them as far aft as you can, because you definitely want these into the trailing edge as far as they'll go, because according to the directions, you drill pretty close to the edge of this trailing edge when you hang the flaperons. So just like Brian did, I'm using a little cutout. The position of the holes is approximate, and as long as you get them darn close, you're good enough. So what I've been doing is just hitting it with this template and then correcting with my calipers. Couldn't think of the name of them for a second, Jesus. Oh, one other thing that I did while I'm deburring this, I'll talk about it. I did the anchors, reinforcement plates. I don't know what you want to call them. It's a strip of metal. Grab one. So Kitfox sends a couple strips of metal that you have to cut down and measure out for the wingtips. These go against the back of the cap strip. You drill through the cap strip into the metal, and then as you go, you cleco. And then on the other side, the wingtip gets drilled into this part because it's 50-50, 50% on the cap strip, 50% on the wingtip. And then this is what the wingtip gets anchored to, as well as there's a tube that goes in the front spar, so it's a little extra. On the second wing, I'll definitely demonstrate how to drill these out. On my other wing, though, I'm also going to show you how to make a little bracket for the front side, just an extra anchor point. Kitfox doesn't say to do it, but a friend of mine did it, and it turned out really nice, so I'm doing it as well. So, I can't finish these because I don't have a countersinking jig. I was using, when I did the console, I was using my buddy's, and he needed it for work, so it went back with him. I've got one on the way, but shipping is interesting right now, so been waiting a couple weeks for that. I ordered this stuff from Aircraft Spruce after, and I wish I would have ordered the countersinking tool with this stuff, but it is what it is. Okay. So I don't know if you can see this bead of glue right here, and it's gonna be hard for me to, okay, there we go. I don't know if you can see this bead of glue right here, but that's pretty thick, especially once you get up kind of closer to the top. So when you slide this in, you can see there's a bit of a gap there, and well, I don't really want that. So what I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna put you guys down, and then I'm just gonna Dremel out right down that. Alright guys, really quick, I just want to give you a little view of what I did today, and well, you can't really see some of it, but got all these in, and well, it's all clamped down, but the pitot mounting is in, and per the instructions that are included with the pitot tube, not the ones in the book, it is up against the stringer. Anyway, there it is, it's in. The mast is out and it's right here, but yeah, the pitot tube mount is in. I just put enough to tack it in on the false rib and cap strip. What I'll do is once that's dry, I'll go in and I'll lay more on top of the cap strip, potentially along with another piece of material just to keep it really secure. And then between the stringer and that, I just wanted to get enough to get it in position and then clamp it down so it would be even with the rest of the with the cap strip and the false rib. That way it lays really nicely along with fabric. Probably come in afterwards and sand it just slightly so it's nice and even. That way I don't have to do any superfill work. I do need to varnish it yet, which I can do afterwards. I still have to varnish all the stuff for the other wing, so I'll probably mix up a little bit of varnish, do that, and some of the other stuff for the wing, the other wing, and need a little bit of superfill over here, and hang the flaperons, and we're going to cover. So I'll catch you guys next time. If you want, throw some comments down below, or subscribe if you like. Really appreciate all the comments. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.